You know, usually when I hear people talk about their favorite Star Wars characters, it always comes out to be the same ones, like Obi-Wan, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and I'm over here just like.
How original.
And don't get me wrong, listen, I'm not saying that I have anything against anybody who enjoys those characters, because I do too at certain times. But, like, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, there's usually some better characters out there, and my favorite character out of all of them has to go to Jango Fett. And there is a good reason for why he's my favorite character. It's not just because of how just absolutely badass he is. No. Jango went toe to toe with literally one of the most fearless and creepiest clans out there. And yes, this clan is way more screwed up than the Night Sisters. Now, bear in mind, this is just my opinion, but the clan I'm referring to is the Bando Gora. The Bando Gora doesn't get really much notice, even with the remaster that came out for Bounty Hunter. You don't really hear anyone talk about them that much. I found maybe a few videos that went to short length on them, and I'm not expecting that this video is going to be that long talking about it either, but I feel like this clan in the Star Wars universe deserves to be at least noticed more, because once again, no one talks about these guys as much. They're just cool as shit looking. They're creepy. They have a really dark storyline to it, in my opinion, because it's about to get a little screwed up. The real question is, who are the Bando Gora? Where did they come from? What are they? Well, sit back and relax, because I'm going to do my best, at least, to go in and try to explain it. Bear in mind, this is kind of a first I'm ever doing something like this. Trying to experiment some things on this channel, and I just want to see where I'll go with it. So, if you enjoy it, definitely let me know below. If you'd like to see more other videos, or my takes on it at least, let me know down below. I'd love to hear the feedback. So, sit back and chill, and let's get into it. The Bando Gora are a mysterious cult on a moon, that moon being called Kolma, otherwise known as the Moon of the Dead. The Moon of the Dead turned into a massive graveyard after a terrible war. Ships brought thousands of bodies to the mass graves. Eventually, a band of grave robbers joined together, made their own clan. A bigger clan, a more devious, ruthless clan. That clan would be called the Bando Gora. That clan comprised of skilled assassins who became ruthless in the galactic underworld of Kolma, the Moon of the Dead. The Bando Gora brought fear in the Outer Rim and uncivilized worlds in the galaxy, often killing those who stood in their way or even refused to convert to their own cult, showing no mercy. The Bando Gora was such a ruthless clan that even just bringing up the name would send shivers down anyone's spine. The Bando Gora's ruthless assassinations began crippling the galaxy's most powerful industries. It got so bad, the Galactic Republic requested for Jedi intervention, but the Jedi were underprepared to face the power of the Bando Gora. Action, though, needed to be taken. The Jedi, taking on the Bando Gora, were almost overwhelmed. So many of the Jedi had died. Eventually, the cult was driven off. So many Jedi died at the hands of the might of the Bando Gora's ruthlessness. An unauthorized member of the Jedi task force, that being Kamari Vosa. She was captured by the cult members, along with two others, brutally tortured. Eventually, the torture was so bad she succumbed to the dark side of the Force. She broke free of her chains and slaughtered her captors, along with the fellow captives, before taking leadership of the cult. Vosa's influence reached out across the galaxy, allowing her to form connections with powerful crime lords such as the Hutts. Vosa got the attention of Darth Sidious. Sidious saw Vosa as a big threat to his future plans, and ordered Count Dooku to take care of her. That is, when Count Dooku had a better idea. He put out a bounty of 5 million Republic credits to whoever can bring her in, dead or alive. Only somebody worthy would be able to defeat her. Now, I'll be honest, I couldn't find much more info on the moon other than what was said already. So, let's just take a moment to look at the levels of the Moon of the Dead in the Bounty Hunter game to get just a better understanding of the war that went on that moon. I also want to add the soundtrack for the Moon of the Dead level to add to the ambiance of it, because just playing that level and just finding the screenshots, even just taking some of the screenshots that were in that level and the music that goes with it, just makes it much more unsettling. So, here it is. You can tell just from the photos that there was at one point in time, possibly, civilization. Whether at one point good or not, we do know one thing for sure, and that it is a dead rock. The wind howls, and the voices echo through the wind. The only remaining beings left are what was left behind during the war. There is no ounce of a civilized home anymore. Just darkness and death. The planet is a cold and lifeless, moving rock. In conclusion, the Bando Gora are a group full of ruthless assassins whose life ended tragically, losing so many in the end, their planet dying, but eventually following under a new clan, with eventually a new leader, being Kamari Vosa. Which, I mean, yeah, she had a clan of mindless assassins that, I mean, that's another story. But the big question is, did their clan die when Vosa was killed, or did it move on? I mean, honestly, I guess we won't ever know, because as far as I know, this game isn't canon. Bounty Hunter, that is. Which sucks, if that is true, because, I mean, honestly, I feel like this game deserves that, at least, but that's just me. That's just me. But, to be fair, the Bando Gora is a very mysterious clan. These guys scared the absolute shit out of me as a kid. Honestly, I love the setting, the atmosphere, the little bit of story these guys have, and the fact that, yes, this is true, they wear the faces of their victims they, well, kill. Yeah, it's messed up. So, what did you all think of this video? Did you enjoy it? Did it catch your interest? Did I get confused? Was it confusing at times? Did I say this right? Like I said, first time I'm doing this in a while, so I hope I at least had you entertained a little bit. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know. I'd love to hear your theories and conclusions. Yeah, that's about it. I'll see y'all in the next video, because in the next video, it's about to get a little bloody.